Oh, good morning. Today's all about focus. Owen is focusing on the sand as he likes to focus on the sand in the morning and get his ritual bath. You can always focus on the sunrise. You can focus on your next steps. You can focus on other people's paths. Like, look, you see other people's paths here? It's really nice to focus on the sunrise. You can, in fact, just start to just gaze into the sunrise. You can focus up top there. This is beautiful, but that's even more spectacular. And I'm not talking about the clouds. Hey, good morning to you. Check that out. That's pretty. See those behind there? I didn't notice that until I just turned the camera on me. So happy midweek Wednesday. It's time to focus, because it's truly the only thing that you can control is your focus. So my question to you, we're going to talk about focus at 8 a.m. This is just an early dose. We'll call this the early dose, a little sunrise. You guys like my sunrise, you come on here, check them out. The sky's beautiful. It's the wind's coming out of the west, and when the wind comes from the opposite from the ocean, it brings a little gnat. So I'm going to keep moving here. I'm not going to focus on the gnats. I'm not going to necessarily even focus on the sunrise, because once that comes up, then it just gets really hot. But truthfully speaking, man, we're all trying to control so much right now. And the only thing that you truly can control, the God's honest truth, the only thing you can focus on, the only thing you can control, rather, is what you focus on. So question is, what you're going to focus on today? I'm asking you. What are you going to focus on today? You're going to focus on all the maybe terrible circumstances that you're dealing with right now? All the worry, all the fear? You're going to focus on that, because that'll eat you alive. Worse than that flesh-eating bacteria, right? I almost feel that that's what's going on right now in this world. Or you can choose to control what you can focus on, and that's focusing on making your day productive, doing good things for other people, caring for others, taking care of yourself, your business. Hey, maybe you lost your job, but you know what? You got to find another job, because the reality is, if you have a roof over your head, chances are you got a mortgage to pay, maybe bills to pay, put the food on the table, right? I understand that. And you can focus on all the things that maybe went wrong over the last 100 days or whatever, 4 months now. That can be your focus, or you can be focused on moving forward, right? So we'll go back to this right here. You can focus on everybody else's steps, what everybody else is doing, right? All the tracks, the prints. Or, like I just did and Owen just did, you can make your own tracks, your own footprints. See that? Those are my footprints. Those aren't somebody else's footprints. That's Owen's footprints right there. Those aren't somebody else's footprints. Those are mine. And we're going to take some more and we're going to go forward. And you can live life looking at what's behind you and the problems and issues. You can look too far in advance. Let's go here. You can look way far ahead and start worrying about, oh no, what's going to happen in 6 months? What's going to happen in 6 years? Doom and gloom. Or you can just focus on today, right? Like, that's what you can control right now. You can control, and maybe you can't even control what's going to happen in your day, but you can certainly control what you focus on. And my encouragement to you is, if you struggle with that, maybe you need to surround yourself with people who are going to be encouraging in your life and not try to tear you down, not try to force their opinions on you. Unfortunately, that's just what's happening, and it's a sad thing to see. But I can say it could be also an encouraging, because it could be exactly what you need, so that you can start to change your focus. Changing your focus, right? I love this camera, this phone on this camera, when I try to zoom in. Let me do this again. Look, it's really pretty from back here. If I zoom it in, look, you can really focus. Look at that. Check that out. I can even focus even more. That's kind of crazy, right? There's the sun right there. See that? Changing the focus. Pretty awesome, the clarity some of these new phones give you. But at the end of the day, again, you have the choice to what you focus on. So what are you going to focus on, right? because that's truly what you have control over. You have control over whether or not you watch people on social media. You have control over, and maybe you don't feel like you have control. Maybe you've lost control, but it doesn't mean you can't get it back, right? The bottom line is we all have choices to make in our lives, and we can choose one direction or the other. You can choose to focus on what you can control and let God worry about the rest. Like I told you, what I tend to do, sunrise is beautiful, right? It reminds me of God's blessing every morning, the sky, the sand. I think there's, in a handful of sand, there's 400,000 grains of sand in one handful. So can you imagine how many grains, like how many granules, whatever you want to call it, in one handful of sand? There's 400,000 grains of sand. And you know what's kind of crazy is if you have faith, if you think of God knowing all of our thoughts, everyone's thoughts, whether you believe in him or not. He has the thoughts. He knows what you're thinking about. He knows what's going to happen next. If you could think about this, can you imagine how many thoughts, how many millions and billions and trillions of thoughts that he already knows? And that's pretty amazing to think of, the billions and billions of grains of sand here. You think about that, and that vast amount. Now you can worry about what somebody posted or get somebody, angered whether you're wearing a mask or not, or, you're taking your life in your own hands if you don't wear one, or any of that kind of stuff, right? Or you can focus on right up here. You can focus on up here. And again, I'm just saying that because focus up there. You can't look up and you can't look down at the same time. One eye can't go one way and the other eye can't go the other. You're either focused on God and his path for your life, or you're just focused on other things. And sometimes it's hard to control, right? So our emotions are strong. So listen, my encouragement to you today is to know that you have really the only control you have for today is what you focus on. So my question is to you, what are you going to focus on? I hope you focus on something. Life is too short to not be focused. Life is too short to focus on all the things you can't control. But the things you can, that's where, in my opinion, and again, you can take it or leave it, in my opinion, that's, focusing on what you can do to make a difference in this world, make a difference in your life, make a difference in your health, make a difference in your family, make a difference in your relationships. That's truly the direction that I'm heading in. And I'm taking my own steps. I'm not looking at anybody else's steps here. I'm taking my own steps. Owen's taking his own steps. I'm taking my own step. That's one of my steps, nobody else's. It's not a selfish thing. It's just making your own path. Because honestly, at the end of the day, God only cares about your path when it comes to your relationship. He doesn't care about other people's paths when it comes to your relationship. He cares about other people's path as it pertains to their relationship, right? And that's where I think a lot of us get it wrong. So anyway, take care. Have a blessed day. Come meet me at 8 a.m., about an hour and a half. I'll give you some more. We'll get into this a little deeper. See you later.